Going dark.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Knights of Honor, our Green Knight RPG. I'm very excited to have you here. Excited to be back with my pals. I'm the host and game master, Frankie G, and I'm glad to have you here. I'll just go around clockwise from the upper right, playing Mark around the Bard, my buddy Nick. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing all right, Frankie. How about yourself?
Good, good. I'm doing all right. Would you say you had an honorable week or a dishonorable week?
Honestly, I'm still making peace with the fact that my hair is as long as it is, because I was hoping it would go Spike Spiegel, but I wake up looking like Vegeta, and it's just bad. It's not a good look.
It is the longest I've ever seen your hair.
This is what negligence looks like.
Oh no.
I will say Vegeta is an honorable man, so
That's a great point, Elijah.
That's true.
And speaking of Elijah, he's playing Carabas, the disgraced noble. Elijah, how are you?
Good. Feeling mildly disgraced as always,
Okay,
but
sure.
Otherwise doing well. You know.
And so your week was maybe a slight on the dishonorable side a little bit.
You know, I'm hoping to gain some honor tonight.
Okay. That's
You know, and just leave the past in the past.
okay. And I know who wants to leave his past in the past in game. It's Bernegard, the hunter, played by Hunter. Hunter, how are you?
I'm so good.
Uh-huh.
I'm just ready to freaking kill everybody. Let's do it. I'm so ready.
Which, from what I understand, would be the honorable choice.
It actually
That
might
man
be
never
certain
had a
game.
long life expectancy. He's okay with this.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to get to a point where your dishonor was so high that killing the group became so honorable that doing it actually saved all of your lives.
Mm. Wow.
I feel like the system is
Yeah.
perhaps
Paradox.
guiding us down that
This gambit.
path. Yeah. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, playing Onfine, the wonderful sorceress, we have Heidi. Heidi, how are you?
Good. Doing all right.
Would you say honorable week, dishonorable week?
I'm gonna go with neutral because
Neutral.
I started a job with the federal government.
Oh, okay.
But as they
Oh.
reminded us many times in training, it's the most trusted branch of government, which is the post office.
The CIA.
You work for the
It's like-
post office.
Yeah, they kept saying it as like we're the good guys, so stay with us. And it's like they're so afraid of people not working for them.
We're the government. Stay with me.
Yeah.
The federal government. Stay
We're-
with me.
we're the good side of government. Yeah.
We give you your
Don't
mail.
shoot
We give you your
anyone.
mail.
Yeah. And then the rest of training was just watching videos of dog attacks. So yeah, I had a
Whoa.
pretty neutral week.
Wait, dog attacks?
Yeah,
Were they
do
like
that.
grizzly?
yeah, it's pretty brutal. I mean, it was all the ones that we watched were acted, but it was still like fucked up. Like, why are y'all showing us this? And then we watched real video of and saw like real pictures of people wrecking their trucks and dying. Like literally watched
Oh.
fatalities in training.
So they show you like a special post office edition of Red Asphalt to start.
That's
off
pretty
with.
sick.
Here's an appealing fellow.
Look at him, Bobby the mail carrier. He got a shiny new truck.
Like,
I
Oh,
would-
he's on his cellular telephone. Look
It
out,
would-
Bobby.
really was like
Please.
that though. Like, it really was like that.
It's so
Like
dark.
casually would put on a video, and then like it would be CCTV footage,
uh-huh.
and so you would see like a truck fucking do flips and wreck, and the guy would be like, wasn't wearing his seatbelt, fatality. All right, so next video, like just,
Oh.
and then would move on to a picture, and there's like a pool of blood on the ground. Wasn't wearing a
Do they-
seatbelt, fatality. Like,
Do they like sit you
No
down
emotion.
and they're like, look to your left, now look to your right. One of the people will die.
yeah, I wish they would have done that. Yeah, no, they didn't take it that far.
It was
Yeah.
super dry, wasn't it?
It's-
Like you're just
it's
sitting there like, this is
unionized.
terrifying. But
Yeah, I mean, they have different people talk about different stuff, and so anytime it's a safety person, it's super dry, like super dry. But
Crazy.
yeah,
So like
anyway,
basically mailmen just never die in their beds. It's either dogs or trucks. Those are the two ways you go.
yeah, and they once again, one of the ones they were talking about didn't have to flavor it like this, but they were like, yeah, he was a father of two, and this was the day before Father's Day. Anyways, next slide.
Just in case it was insufficiently tragic.
Yeah.
She was a
Literally shows a
kids, but
picture
here,
of his fucked up truck too. Like, all right,
Oh.
should have worn a seatbelt, I guess.
Oh my god.
Not a good father, if you ask me. All right, next slide.
It cuts to the orphaned son shedding
Yeah.
a single tear and being like, "I wish Daddy would have worn a seatbelt."
Holding
stock footage.
a like bloody piece of mail.
It cuts to
Yeah,
Christopher
yeah,
Walken
in
in a
his
mail
hand.
carrier's outfit. Your father gave
Yeah.
me this piece of mail, and you need to carry it with you with the rest of your
He
life.
gave me this eviction notice before he died.
Yeah.
And he hid it in his ass.
Shouldn't be reading my mail. So,
Wait,
you know.
real
that's on
quick,
him.
what is either group consensus or if it's in the rule book, are United States postal carriers honorable or dishonorable?
Oh.
Oh
I mean,
boy.
On a federal scale, you're usually looking honorable because they get weirdly paranoid about integrity.
Yeah. They are very, it's very bizarre. Like, I mean, I
Alright.
never had a job with the federal government. I would imagine that a lot of federal government jobs are image based, but yeah, they are pretty obsessed with like, you have to wear like a certain look, even if it's not their official uniform or whatever. Like, it's very odd. I don't know. Once again, most trusted branch of government.
Right.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Sounds honorable.
It's a low bar
Yeah.
though.
All right, I'll take it.
I
That's
would
why I
say-
said neutral.
Mostly because they aren't carrying, but yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say that a mail carrier who, delivers their mail without fail would be considered honorable because they're executing a duty.
Yeah.
You know what
All
I
right,
mean?
I'll take it.
I think that
Sure.
fits. And of course, honor and dishonor is at the core of the game, which is the Green Knight RPG by A24. Still not any help from A24 socially, but I don't hate them. They are busy
Could be
trying to be
lurking.
bought for like $3 billion. I get it. But so our band of adventurers all 1 year ago encountered the Green Knight and slew him, or they thought they did, in order to gain something for themselves, on the promise that 1 year hence the Green Knight would be able to do to them what they did to him. Now they're on the road to the Green Chapel to face down the Knight. Last week, they met in a tavern. Classic. Very fun. They made some friends with the staff. And then on the way out of town, they made a lot of enemies very quickly. It ended in theft and bloodshed. And as you can see, they all racked up a little bit of dishonor from last week's activities. But now that they're on their way back to town to get a cart to make up for the time they lost during last week's delays. And we'll see if they can maybe wipe out some of this dishonor before we hit the next big scripted encounter. So you are at the gates of town.
Okay, so we just made it back to town.
Yes.
Oh, that's spooky. I didn't realize this town was spooky.
This is horror tone.
Oh.
Something
we're in a
like
horror
that,
town?
right?
You look up, and there is a giant iron gate that says HORARTON. So you are in
Oh no.
horror tone.
Horror.
It gets very cold in the
Alright.
winter, but they can't spell.
Well, it's named for the founder.
Oh, I was completely off base.
Crepus a horror. Spelled KREEPUS.
A beautiful woman.
Yeah. Beautiful woman died gruesomely.
All right.
I'm
I
completely at home.
I assume that we would know where to acquire a wagon.
Yes,
in this town?
there are two large signs pointing you to two different cart sellers. One
Oh.
is a giant guy dressed like a knight, lifting his visor in salute. That's Lord Silverton's carts, and of course you all know that Lord Silverton is the name of the character, not the owner of the cart place. And the other place is Kurt's Carts, and it's just a picture of a really nice cart with an arrow pointing you toward his cart lot.
I have something of a bias against nobility.
Sure,
I
that
would
makes
I
sense.
would vote for Kurt's Carts if the group is amenable.
I do
I don't
like
know if any of you-
I
the
too dislike nobility.
Well, if I know anything about being honorable, it's that knights are honorable. And so, in a game that, in a world, sorry, that makes no sense.
The world.
I would
In a
imagine.
world.
Why don't we talk to both vendors? Why do we
Okay.
have to choose just one?
You
That's
do
true,
need to
that's
get to see the Green Knight before too long.
No, let's take our time on this.
The cart should help you make up for all the lost time, and it's because you'll be in a car instead of on foot. You were gonna walk the whole way, which to me sounds insane, but I guess that's the premise here. This is way more smart, if you ask me. Okay,
You know, they say a cart purchase is one of the biggest purchases you'll make in your life. So let's not just look at one place. Let's not settle on
Right.
the first thing.
and
I don't know,
never just buy a cart and bring it home with a bow on it. You gotta really you gotta talk about it.
You put
I've
the
never
bow
bought
on
a
once you
cart
park.
before.
You don't drive the car around with the bow on the windshield. That's crazy.
Okay,
Alright.
so where are we heading?
I'm
Let's
gonna
go
head
to
on
Kurt's
over
carts.
to Kurt's.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go to Kurt's carts.
You head on down to Kurt's Carts. It's a pretty standard place. It's just an open dirt patch with 3 carts, and there's a small hut behind, and there's a big sign that says Kurt's Carts on sale.
Oh,
Nice.
like that.
This is a good deal.
Is there
We haven't even
like
heard
a
a price. This is a good deal.
Is
Yeah.
there-
I'm on
there
the
a,
deal as well, 'cause it's not a knife.
is there like a is there a guy in a white suit? Not a white suit. Well, yeah, is there a guy in a white suit, white Texas hat, walking around the cart lot, seeing
You
if
don't-
people are interested?
You don't see anyone outside at the moment.
Ah,
In,
okay.
in fact, there's no one near this cart place at all. There don't seem to be any eyes upon you.
As if it was
Going-
here.
I'm going to knock on one of the carts and
Carabas.
call out. Hello, we wish to inquire about your services. Knock,
The
knock, knock.
the straw door of the hut flings open, and you see the sweatiest peasant you've ever seen. He goes, huh, "You want to buy a cart?" And he rushes over, wipes his hands off.
Hold on a second. Hang on one second.
Have we met you before?
Are
You
you
happen
by
to be
any chance related
related
to the guy that
to-
works at the bar?
You've met my twin brother.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, he said it was a crazy night last night, and he had to pretend to be dead.
Oh yeah.
Is that like a regular move of his? Does he often pretend to be dead?
He's the really stressed out one, I always try to play it cool.
And what I'm guessing is the way that you both talk is genetic somehow,
Yes.
and not just because you're both nerds. This is like a family thing.
Horses stepped on our throats as infants.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, but while we were laying down, our mother and father had both tripped and dropped us right into the cartway. And a horse just clip clop, clip clop. It haunts my nightmares, that sound.
It's
That's why I
interesting
don't
to me
sell
that you-
horses, I sell carts.
Ah,
Oh,
there
damn.
it is.
See.
I was gonna say it feels like this career choice has potential to be traumatic for you.
I've heard of this thing called immersion therapy. I'm glad to know that
Huh?
you've heard of it too.
What's that?
You're held underwater for a little while, and then you just think about the things that you're afraid of that aren't water related.
Oh, swimming.
They become less scary than water. Oh no! You don't do it
Our
by
dad
yourself.
used to
Someone's
take
gotta
us
hold you
swimming
down there.
down at the pond every week.
You can't swim if they've got your arms.
He'd always
You're
hold
mostly
us
just gonna
down
sit there
a
and
little bit
think.
longer every week, and he'd look so disappointed when the swimming was over. Like he was trying for something.
Oh,
But to me, it's just life.
okay.
So we're in the market for a cart.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
I'm gonna quickly sidebar with the group.
Yeah. What's up?
I love this guy. I want to
love
buy this
this
guy's card. This guy is great.
Yeah.
I love
He's
him.
won us
Love his
over.
brother. Whole family. I'm buying a cart today, and I want you to know that.
Where will
All
we
right.
get the horses?
Yes, Kurt. Where do we get the horses?
Well, hang on. Walk us through one of these cards. We're getting way too far.
Sure. Let me put on some music. There we go.
Let him put on his dealership spiel.
He snaps, and the hurdy-gurdy guy from the tavern pops
Oh my
out
God.
from behind the hut and starts jamming on his hurdy-gurdy.
The hell? Do you guys
Smile
live here?
immediately leaves. Just
This is my
Was he-
selling
was he-
music.
Was he inside that house the entire time?
He lives behind it in the smaller hut.
So he's just been listening? He's just been standing outside listening?
Yeah, waiting for my signal.
Oh, okay. So this is how you got... Okay.
Makes sense to me.
He's on retainer. He does days here and the nights over at the tavern.
No, we've seen him before, too. Hi, hello again.
He leers at Markron,
Well,
trying to give him the evilest eye he can, because I'm sure you recall last week Markran stole the spotlight with his epic story, grand tale of his tragic life that took a whole round of applause away.
stealing. That sounds like he should have dishonor for that. actually.
whoa, wait.
You want the whole group to get it? Yeah, we can do that.
No.
What's going on?
Oh, Rabbit Man, great question. If they reach 20 dishonor, their adventure is ended. So this is their current amount of dishonor, which they can reduce through honorable actions, and some of them have special abilities when we're like in an encounter that'll let them take points off. And perhaps the game master has written an interaction that we'll get to later where they'll have an opportunity to do so. Who knows? But great question. Yes, that's their current dishonor count. If it gets too high, that's it. So hopefully that won't happen here in this cart buying phase.
It was a short adventure.
Hey, you know.
I cut both of these guys' throats. No.
So this is our 4-wheel model. As you can see, it's got 4 wheels.
Yes.
They're made of wood. These ones have spokes, and there's 2 axles, and it can be pulled by a horse, a donkey, an ox. I've even seen a person drive one of these things, if you can believe it. And it's got some cargo space. You can sit 2 on the bench. Cover is sold separately, but I do have those as well. Next to it, this is our 3-wheel model. I call it a tri-cart. It's got the 1 wheel in front, 2 in back. Now, that lets you, if you have a 4th wheel, it becomes a spare. But it can't carry as much, it's a little faster, and it's a little easier to turn. And then this other one is our 4-wheel model. As you can see, this one's also got 4 wheels. It's the same as the first one.
Okay, so just to be clear, the 3-wheel model isn't a 4-wheel model, but only with 3 wheels. It is a different configuration.
Right, that's our tri-cart. That's the 3-wheel model. It's got 3 wheels.
Just checking. Well,
It's always good to be an informed consumer.
What are your prices on these cards here, Kurt?
The 3-wheel model costs, and he starts sweating again a lot more, and he looks back to the hurdy-gurdy guy who flashes a quick 4 against his cheek. This one's 400 silver, and then the 4-wheel model, he looks back and he flashes a 4 again. 400 silver, and the other 4-wheel model. Oh boy. I feel like I should know this. And he looks back again, he flashes 4. That one's 400 silver.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Cart seller. You did mention
Kurt.
that there was a sale
Have a
going
name.
on right now.
Yes.
I apologize. What was your name?
Kurt? It's Kurt's cards.
You're Kurt.
Yeah, he's
Right.
No, you
Kurt.
work for Kurt. Or Kurt.
He is Kurt.
Nope, I'm my own boss.
That's very
Wow.
impressive. I've
That's,
never had a job, but
Pretty rare in this time in history.
Oh my god, and how old are you to have your own business? That business is-
17.
Wow, incredible. Hey, can we look at the other card, please?
wait. Before we do
Wait,
that,
no! Don't
Oh my
go,
God.
please.
you mentioned a sale.
I
There
need
was
the
mention of
sale.
a sale.
Yes, right. Yeah, they're on sale for 400 gold. And 400 gold. And 400 gold.
What's the normal price?
Oh, He starts sweating more than you've ever seen any human sweat. And he looks back to the hurdy-gurdy guy who's frantically shrugging and trying to play his hurdy-gurdy. He has clearly, they have no idea what the normal price is. You get the sense that they're always on sale. That's why the sign is painted and it's the same sign. It says Kurt's Carts on sale.
It's just part
painted
of the
on
name
there.
of it.
Wow, what a deal.
Yes. Inspired by stores I saw in Italy where they had that painted on the windows on sale. But it's just,
I mean,
clearly
it is for
always,
sale.
It's for sale.
I'm going to put an arm around Kurt's shoulders
Oh.
and say, Kurt, my friend,
Yeah,
come on.
we're friends.
You and I both know these prices are too high. These are tourist prices.
Are
Do we
they?
look like tourists?
Yes.
We're local.
You're not
Kurt.
from
We
here.
know- No.
I'm a
Kurt,
local.
don't give me that.
I played high school ball.
I do recognize Bernegard.
Kurt, I know your brother. We're friends with your
scared
brother.
of
We're in
him.
the tavern.
Oh, you are?
We know this guy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Come on, you're not gonna give us these tourist prices, Kurt. You can give
I'm
me
not.
that 4-wheel for
I can?
100 silver. 100 silver out the door, Kurt.
That seems like a huge price drop.
It does seem like a pretty large price drop.
Okay.
And I lean in and I'm like, Kurt, come on, you want to be cool, right?
Wait, hang on. What are we doing?
Hold on.
Hang on.
I'm going to spin a tail. So
Okay,
I'm
I
going
was
to
gonna
try
say-
to charm him.
I need some kind of check here. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to try to charm and persuade him, and if I succeed at this, I can choose one character. That character on their next action doubles the amount of honor or dishonor, of dishonor they lose or gain for that action.
Okay.
Because I get the feeling that's going to become important.
Yes,
I
think so.
I'm gonna tell him a story because I think that it's an appropriate time to tell a story. Because
the hurdy-gurdy guy sees you winding up and he gets so mad that he snaps his hurdy-gurdy in half.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna start going harder then. That's fine. I feel better now. Kurt.
Yeah.
Have you heard the story of the Penny twins?
The Penny twins. Let me think. Penny twins. Well, there's Old Man Penny. Heard that
It
story.
might actually be related to
There's the
Old Man Penny.
Robinson twins.
Well,
No, I don't think I have.
there was J Penny and C Penny, and they would always go by JC Penny. But there's an effect that they had on a given room, wherein they would go around, and if they had wares to sell, they would go and not aggressively, but very assertively push those wares on whoever they wanted to talk to. And the person would always walk away from the matter feeling much smarter than they did going in. Because they had given more money to get more things. Because if the things were on sale, that meant that they were getting value for it. Never mind what the original price would have been. Of course, this would eventually make it up to the king, and the king wanted to be able to push more wares onto other kingdoms. The J Penny and the C Penny decided that they would try to do a different strategy where they wouldn't put things on sale. Or would they aggressively try to push things? They would just let people know what the actual value of something is, because if something's on sale, it really just means that it's normally marked up at about 400 to 600%. But as it turns out, A Penny and C Penny were executed because people didn't want to actually be smart. They wanted to feel smart. And with all of that being the case, if you're telling us that all of these carts, regardless of the number of wheels, or what their standard price are 400, I have to wonder how you arrived at those prices.
Wait, was that a story or a question?
Yes.
I need you to roll a trickery check for me, Mark Ren. I'll say it's honorable trickery in this case.
I was gonna say,
but
that didn't feel like a trick.
Still trickery, and you have to roll now equal to or higher than your current dishonor. So as you rack up dishonor, it becomes harder to achieve honorable actions and easier to achieve dishonorable. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. And of course, you do have +2 to charm, but a 3 is still below your current level of dishonor. And
wait, I have +2 to charm, and then I was rolling trickery, right? So is that
you're not
I didn't take
proficient
trickery.
in trickery. No,
And I can't use performance either.
too
Dang it.
late. Too
I
late.
made mistakes.
You did make a mistake, and I think it was ending it with a question instead of just being a story with a lesson.
Cool.
So yeah, was that a story or a question? I'm confused about what you wanted me to get out of that. But the prices are look. It's what it cost me plus the rent on my land plus my food costs. It's a pretty thin margin, honestly.
Did you build these?
Did I build the carts?
Yes.
I
Where'd you get the
assembled the
carts
carts. I had to buy the
Okay.
lumber, and I had it shaped.
from?
I'm not a woodsmith.
I figured. All
Listen,
right.
But I think Carabas was trying something because Markran was trying to help Carabas avoid dishonor, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually wait. Do you get dishonor for failing? Let me see.
Oh,
You
probably.
you failed the action. But you don't. Let's see. Attempt. If you attempt an honorable action and fail, you suffer 1 point of dishonor.
Oof.
Markran is now
That's six.
dishonor level 6.
Welcome to the
That's
club, buddy.
I never thought I'd be here.
Hey,
Yeah.
neither did I.
Okay.
This is a journey we're all on. Carabas,
Seeing,
you were trying something, yes?
Yeah, seeing this attempt fail, which felt not dissimilar to what I was leading up to.
You, however,
And-
are proficient in trickery, and let us not forget, y'all have vices and virtues. You can use your virtue once per story block to reroll an honorable action, and a vice to reroll a dishonorable action.
Oh, fun.
So
okay.
uh,
So I am
Yeah.
going to change my tack slightly, and hearing Kurt say that this is what they cost him, and hearing him defend the price, I'm going to try to be slightly more earnest
okay.
and say, Kurt, we're actually on a mission right now. I suppose you may have heard of the Green Knight. I know that your brother had an encounter with him
Yeah.
about a year ago. Well, we're actually on the road to meet the Green Knight. And,
Whoa! Why?
well, because he has sworn a blood debt of vengeance against all of us, and our hope is that we can put an end to his reign of terror once and for all, and make sure that he never harasses kind and gentle people like you or your brother ever again.
Amazing.
But to do this, Kurt, we need transportation. We have only 100 silver to our name. Is there anything you can do to help us?
Wait. Do you
table
only
talk.
have 100 silver? Yeah.
What was in the copper that I
We had 200 silver, right? So I'm trying to get it for half our silver. We could go
Okay,
to 200,
got it,
but I don't want him to know that.
Got it.
But did I have 100 silver in that? I thought I had more. Hang on, let me look.
I think you had two.
I don't remember.
I don't remember how much was in the little satchel. I didn't write it down.
I'll say it's 400 silver.
Oh, it's 400? Okay. I thought it was 2 from last week, but if we have 4, then
I thought it was 4. So
okay. Then can I change?
say
Can I
4.
change the number to 200?
yes,
Okay.
this will make it trickery since you're lying, and this
Well,
will be dishonorable since you're trying to trick him, and it purely to save money and not to get the cart.
Yeah, no, but I think it's worth it in
Just letting you
service of the greater
Okay.
good, because we might need other supplies. We still need
Okay.
horses. I'm
Is there-
thinking ahead. I'll take 1 point.
And
Of
so
dishonor.
you do have proficiency in trickery, so go ahead and give me a roll.
Is
Thank
there
I
a way I
got a
can
16.
Success. Yes,
Heck
Bernegard?
yeah.
I was just gonna see if I could help with is there an aid or a help or something in this game?
Not really.
Okay.
There are Carabas has, for example, his special move is called Noblesse Oblige, and when Carabas succeeds at an honorable action, he can choose another character and they lose 1 point of dishonor. So that kind of helps. Markran was gonna use the tail spinner skill, which is whenever he succeeds at a charm skill check, he can pick another character and they double the amount of dishonor they lose or gain from the action.
Oh, cool.
But he failed that charm skill check, so he couldn't use his power.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay. Cool. I was just checking.
Yeah.
So 16.
Yeah. So that was a success. Oh, well, all right. You know what? Yeah. I'll give you 200. Hope I don't lose my house.
I'm sorry. What's his name again? Fuck.
He points to the sign. My name's Kurt. It's Kurt's Carts.
Bold of you to assume I know how to read, sir.
Oh, you're right. Hey, I'm sorry. No, that was
a
classist.
After all,
I'm sorry. That was classist of me.
Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Are things truly this dire for you?
Yeah. Well, I've only got an inventory of 3. And people don't need to buy a lot of carts. They tend to keep the carts they have.
I see. Well, all right. See ya.
Okay, wait. Okay.
I and earnestly, not as a trick, vow to him that if we survive our encounter with the Green Knight, I will come back and reward him with whatever treasures I may possess.
He puts out his hand to shake your hand.
I shake his hand.
And he grips
my
it very
virtue.
tightly. I'll hold you to it.
That's good.
And the hurdy-gurdy guy does this from behind the hut.
Oh my god.
I'm not scared of his hurdy-gurdy.
I see other people trying to be nice to him, and I catch on. I'm like, oh, do you want aid in your business? Are there any questions that you have about trying to grow your business?
Wait, you like a pyramid scheming him or something?
She's trying to get into business coaching.
I was going to use our
have you heard of the blockchain? Is what I'm asking.
I was strapped to one for a year a while back. Well, I'd love a cheaper cart supplier. The lumber prices are killing me. 400 silver, that's an extraordinary amount.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna hunker down and try to use arcane sight and see if I can find a.
So this is an honorable action here. So this will be, I think, intuition or mysticism, however you want to role play it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go intuition.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't really matter. Hang on. I forgot to get my dice out. 9 plus 4.
You succeed. Let us know what you find on the other side. And for acting honorably and succeeding, you lose 1 point of dishonor.
Okay, so I hunker down with my cloak. I flip it over my head right at his feet, and then my eyes roll back in my head. And I see a few miles out of town, there is a slightly better lumber distributor that, because they're just a little bit farther out of town, they don't get a lot of business. And there's a guy sitting at his table with his family, sad that they aren't making as much business. He's
oh my god,
he's trying not to cry,
I have no choice but to sell you all for medical experiments.
That's right. Yeah. He's about to get rid of his children for medical experiments.
The hungry man at the door would like to buy you.
Yeah, they're yeah. Anyways, yeah, I see this. I come back. I jump up. I flip my cloak over my white raven. Bobir is like, ah! like at him, and then I say, there is another lumber distributor. He's a few miles out of town. He's in dire need of better business. You should go swiftly to him. And his name is, I don't know.
No. I think I know the one you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. I'll head there now. Thanks, nice lady. Thanks, honorable party of adventurers. Good luck on your quest. And he runs up to his hut, slams it shut, flips the sign to say "Gone fishing," and he rushes off towards the other exit out of town.
I assume we have paid him first for our cart, or do we just leave some silver by the door?
Let's get the hell out of here.
You didn't take your money yet, so it's up to you to pay him.
How do we pay this guy?
I mean,
200 silver. We gotta.
It's a straw door that doesn't lock to his cart. To his hut.
I punch my fist through the straw door and drop silver inside the house.
Classic.
No, how much did you say it was? It was 200.
Carabas and Markron working together as kind of a good cop, confusing cop, whittled them down to 200 silver.
And what do we still need? We need a
horse.
We need a horse. We need anything else?
There's a horse, but also you recall that there were horses at the wreckage of the cart.
So we could take one of those?
I mean, yeah,
they're alive?
They're alive.
Okay.
Well, the bandits would have taken them, but the bandits were all either slain or scattered. So,
okay,
you know that you guys can just
up.
you can just get a horse. I don't want to make you then go also shop for a horse. You know,
but like provisions and stuff were fine.
Yeah, you have enough to get to the next town on your route. Yeah.
Okay. I'd say here, give me that 200.
Hey, you have it.
Oh, I have the 200. I thought.
Yeah.
Wait, we have 400, right?
Yeah, 400. Yeah.
Well, then how do I have? I thought I only have 200. Do I have all 400 silver?
Yes, you have the casket of silver.
Oh, okay, beautiful. I put 300 in the house because I feel bad about the man.
Good stuff.
And his terrible fucking cart business.
Bernegard?
And I hope his new lumber liquidator that he just ventured off to
that is the name of the salesperson
is able to. I hope this fuels his business for years to come, so that he doesn't have to sell his child to the hungry man at the door.
Bernegard, you are now down 1 to 5 dishonor.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
No more dancing with the devil.
Mark runs at 6. Krabs and Bernegard 5. Onfine at 4. Okay, so you've
I look at everybody and I just go, look at us. We're pretty cool.
All right, let's go get those horses, fellas.
Let's get these horses.
Let's go, friends.
On your way out of town, you see there's a huge commotion now at the gate. There's a lot of wailing and weeping, and you see the short improv comedian / bandit who was holding the mace, who escaped before. He's dragging some of the bodies of his friends back into town.
Ooh.
Hey, let's go the long way.
We didn't kill any of those guys, though, right?
Let's leave.
You killed some of them.
Did we?
I don't think we did kill any of them.
I killed anybody.
But you killed
I didn't kill anybody.
the captain. Remember, you clawed his eyes out.
We hit him with a shovel.
Well, he didn't claw his eyes.
He was unconscious. We definitely left him alive.
Well,
you told us we lost honor because we didn't kill him.
That's true.
Some of them is true. Well, they are dead now, whether or not you did it, and they're being dragged back into town. Something happened to them. Obviously, it wasn't you, but they're being dragged back into town with a guy who, when he last left, you were fighting them.
That's true.
That's got nothing to do with us.
And there are what appear to be wives, mothers, sisters, perhaps lovers, wailing over these bodies, over their slashed with what seems like perhaps either 3 swords at once or claws. Who knows? And the as you approach, the little comedian bandit is pointing at you guys and saying something.
Yes.
And the morning crowd turns and looks at you all.
I say, yeah, it's a pretty nice cart. They have them down at Kurt's Carts. You see, they're always on sale. You can just go and buy one. You don't even have to ask them for the sale because they're always on sale.
It's not what we're pointing about. You've killed our sons, the beautiful sons.
No, correction. We knocked them out in the woods.
I'm going to just like make a beeline for the bodies, knowing that we did not kill them. Can I inspect the wounds?
Yes. It's clearly some kind of beast, perhaps a devil, a wolf, a werewolf.
Do I have to like roll any kind of like knowledge for
No, it's just very apparent to you. You've seen enough sword slashes in your day.
Yeah. I gesture to the wounds and I say these were killed by no man. This is the work of a beast.
Liar! He saw you fighting them in the woods, his comedy troupe that never did crime.
I step forward and I say, what he tells you is a big fat fucking lie. That's right, I said the F word. He's a liar. He didn't see anything.
You're
he saw me taking.
Robert.
That's right.
He goes no, and he has his like little bells jingle. So he goes no.
I say it's true that I was fighting with your friends, but it was a simple misunderstanding between rival comedians.
So they weren't doing comedy and not crime? There was no crime in the woods?
No, they were absolutely doing
no crime. There was no... I'm pushing on Bernegard's face. There was no crime.
I'm going to need you... Okay, well...
I'm confused.
Bernegard, I need you to roll.
Mourning. They don't need to hear this.
Persuasion check.
Dead man's name.
And I need Carabas to roll a dishonorable. Actually, wait. An honorable trickery, Carabas, and an honorable persuasion from Bernegard.
Okay. All right.
Because you're trying to tell the truth, and Carabas, and Carabas is trying to defend the honor of these mourning people's kids.
You can't change the rules because you don't like how I do it.
I didn't. That's why I'm saying you're doing it honorably. Okay.
You said that I could swear. All right. I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Which is pretty
good. Here, I'll start using my phone so I can verify this.
I trust you.
Yeah, okay. we all. It's an honorable game.
All right. Sorry.
I just like holding it up when it's a high number because I'm proud of it.
Okay. It's a D20, right?
Yes.
And I'm telling the truth?
Yeah, because there was they killed that cart of peasants.
I got a 19.
They were bandits. Well, I'm afraid, Carabas...
I do have some ranks in trickery, though. I do get some bonuses.
Well, and he's equally proficient in persuasion.
Okay.
You each have +4.
The dueling of the minds, if you will.
So they tend to listen to Bernegard here, although you don't get any dishonor crabs because you didn't fail, you just weren't as honorable as Bernegard in this particular situation. That means fair. That Bernegard loses another point of dishonor.
Nice.
Bernegard's down to 4.
I think I'm getting used to this hero shit.
What a villain's journey we've taken you on in just a week and a half.
I appreciate, by the way, that this is the moment where you exclaim that. You're like, no, fuck you. Your husband was a murderer. I'm getting used to this.
Getting used to this hero shit. Ma'am, your husband was trash. I can get used to this.
I said more not for your stupid spouses.
For they were fools. That guy. I knocked his ass out.
Bitten by the lustful monster of greed.
Ooh. The dishonor is pretty fun, Rabbit Man. I agree. Okay, but so they all turn to Bernegard. What do you mean? What sort of crime was peaceful comedy sons and husbands engaged in?
They were tape over my face. Doing bandit stuff.
Oh, banditry! They were doing the whole crowd explodes, and the little jester man is shaking. Robert, is this true? Swear on my eyes, me, your mother's eyes. Was it true? And he starts breaking down, and he's like jingling, jingle, jingle. It's true. We were doing bandit improv, mother. Improvised banditry. It was gonna revolutionize the theater. They all begin stoning Robert to death. You are free to go.
Hang on a second.
I spit on him as we walk by.
I look over his stoned to death body and I pick up his UCB manual. And I just place it over the top of his eyes.
Because he's never getting those 2 coins back.
That's right.
Well, you all lose 2 dishonor for handling that in a way where the truth came out.
On a dead guy's corpse.
Well, he was a dishonorable piece of garbage.
That's right.
Who was hated by his family. Because he tried to get you killed in order to cover up his own misdeeds. So in this case...
Dude.
Well, and...
They should have told the people in Salem about this stuff. That was easy.
Right? Yeah, the whole trial thing was insane.
Just call everybody a liar and you get away with it.
Yeah, why did they think of that?
And then you can go be a witch whenever you want.
I want to do witch stuff with my friends.
I'm fucked up. I'm a teen, okay? I want to go do witch shit.
Well, you have a rather uneventful day on the road.
Okay.
But do we,
little less than a
do
day
we acquire
passes.
the horses?
Hey, who is Gretch? Oh, yeah. I just assumed that you did. Yes.
Yeah.
You got two horses, which were still sitting there chomping. You did pass. A light snow began to fall overnight, and you did pass the frozen body of a man you must assume was the man who ran off into the woods last time.
Hey guys, look, there he is.
That's that guy. It's the guy.
Hello,
As we
Gretch.
pass it like the Yeti at the top of Matterhorn, where I'm like, oh!
He's frozen like the Yeti.
I stress it like the Yeti at the top of it.
Yeah.
Whoa, cool!
And it's not snowing that much, so what happened to him? You'll never know. That's a separate adventure that he's having on his own.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, well, that he had. It's over. He got 20 dishonor and froze to death.
Oh, shit.
But as you're on the road, time seems to make everything grow darker and eerier. No, that's not it. Here we go.
Heard this before.
That
They
was
call
Evil
it
Pulse.
night.
I wanted eerie tone.
As we get closer
the trees.
to the Green Knight,
Wait, I've got
I start drinking from a flask.
Okay.
I want to be slightly inebriated for whatever happens next.
That's good. That's
Yes.
good. Because the trees seem taller, the bags under your eyes deeper, your boots even feel heavier, and your alcoholism begins to intensify. Yet even knowing what's at stake, knowing that the Green Knight may mean to kill you all, you venture onwards. And right before dawn, a man runs out from the woods yelling, "Stop! Stop! You'll scare it off!" You see a rustle in the brush, a flash of orange and white. "Ah, there it goes!" He looks up at you, furious. "My dinner! You mother-sucking sons of whores!"
Alright, rude.
Okay, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Wow.
Whoa.
Just-
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Throwing down immediately?
No. This is just to determine the order of action here. It's not.
I gotcha.
He isn't attacking you. He's just extremely upset because you chased off his food.
No,
I
I got a 10.
Chris
rolled
likes a
an
good
8.
alcohol narration. Okay,
I got 12.
12.
12.
I got a 20.
Well, you think you're cool?
Yeah, I do. So it'll be the fox catcher, and then you guys will just go.
Okay.
Okay. So he's there, he's pointing and screaming at you, and he even picks up a rock and he throws it not at you, but he does hit your cartwheel. Now it's the player's turn.
Okay.
Not the fucking
Let me
card.
start with Onfine.
It's okay. So looking around, it's not like foggy or anything, is it?
It's a little bit misty. It is like pre-dawn. So the sun's not quite up yet, but things are getting a little bit bluer.
But like, do we have decent visibility? Like, did we see what he was trying to hunt?
Oh yeah, sorry. You saw a flash of orange and white. You saw a fox
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
dashing off into the bushes.
I'm gonna tell him it was unwise for you to attack us. And then
Would you
like,
say? Would you say? Sorry, it would be unwise to attack us. Is that what you said?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to use. Sorry, I'm gonna send my raven to like caw at him and like spook him. Try to spook him.
He's terrified of your giant raven.
Whoa.
So do I,
I don't
Rabbit Man.
know.
It's way better. Okay. So your raven's now harassing the gentleman.
Perhaps it will be easier if you just let us go on our way.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be, but I need to eat, sir. I gotta eat.
Why are you
I've been
making
trying
a
to
you
catch
problem
that
and us
fox.
problem?
Because you made it your problem by spooking it when I warned you that it was gonna. I said quite clearly, stop! You'll scare it off.
Do you think you shouting scared it off?
No, I was chasing it.
So if you chase something, why wouldn't it run?
Listen. It's not just a regular fox, okay? It's a bit smarter than that. You might sound crazy, and you'll probably think I'm crazy, but you all already think I'm crazy. Oh, crazy Adam the fox catcher living in the woods outside of Horriton. I'm sure you've all heard my tale. I'm sure you've all heard it told in every tavern in town. I'm pretty much famous as far as I know in my mind. I'm completely famous over there in Horriton. They all know me, Adam, but I'm not crazy. This fox can talk. Not only talk, it sees other worlds. It sees the future, the past. I know it can. They told me, and I'm gonna catch it. Because if you kill it, you get its powers. I know they're right. I know they're not lying. But I'm gonna get that damn thing before you. But, old Adam will cut you a deal. If you
So you're
bring me
not
the
hungry.
fox, huh?
So you're not hungry.
Well, I am hungry.
Oh, so you're gonna eat the fox?
No, I'm gonna use its power. Well, I'm gonna kill it and eat it and get its power. And then I'm gonna use its power to get an even nicer dinner. A real dinner with sides and apps and a dessert course.
What the?
But look, if you bring me the fox, I'll give you a crossbow worthy of a true hunter. An enchanted crossbow. And he starts to wander off into the woods. And you can see the fox again rustling in the brush.
I have some knowledge of local folklore.
Mhm.
Do I know anything about this fox or about this hunter?
You
question.
recall Crazy Adam.
Karavis.
He used to own a cart store, but his prices
Yeah,
were so low
folklore.
they were crazy.
Give me.
Crazy Adam starts. Hell yeah.
Hey, my prices are so low, they're not prices. I just want that fox. Karavis, give me a folklore roll. We'll see.
All right.
Rabbit Man, Adam said fox, but I bet he hasn't seen a foxy lady in a minute.
We'll see it.
19.
19.
We'll
All right.
see it. Beautiful.
You do recall hearing about this hunter who became obsessed with this fox, but you also recall older tales that do say there is a fox that can grant some sort of power. But it was ages ago since it was last seen. You would assume the fox was some sort of old myth passed down from times when giants ruled the land, which is just infinitely long time ago. But you've heard of both things, and after seeing a man pick his own head up off the ground, maybe you're a little less skeptical. And after Onfiend proved magic to you in person.
Yeah,
last
that's
week.
true. What from?
Can we hear you, Marco?
He said technical difficulties.
Okay.
Make sure Discord picked your mic again
Okay.
after you plugged it back in. Just check your Discord settings to make sure.
Markren. We hear nothing, Markren.
Very silent.
In the meantime, do I have any knowledge of what power this fox allegedly grants?
You're not sure. The scraps of tales you've heard, which are mostly in song and poem, were never very specific, unfortunately.
Okay. I offer to help him capture this fox, but only if he promises to use whatever power it grants him to help us on our quest.
He looks over his shoulder. Sure, fine, whatever. Just help me find this delicious magic fox.
I look at the group and I'm like, you guys, you wanna get this fox? Keep in mind I'm somewhat tipsy, so I'm just like, this is a fun
Right, you've been
excursion,
drinking.
everyone. I had to catch some magic fox, right? You guys have heard that story, magic fox? Come on, don't you? Aren't you curious? Magic lady, you want to get magic fox? Pretty cool.
I'm gonna sit in the cart. And I'm just gonna. You know what? I think I'm good in the cart, and I've already got a really sweet beaten stick. And I pull out the mace, and I kiss it.
That's
I
right.
say-
You do have the enchanted mace.
That's right. So I'm gonna sit here. You guys have enjoy your little fox catching games, and I'll still worry here about the Green Knight.
I already have this ability because I don't really care about
It's fair enough.
pursuing it. However, I am very interested in the folklore, so I am torn.
I know magic
If enough
is like
people
your whole
wanna go, I will
thing.
go. If enough people want to go, I will go.
Magic is like your whole thing.
Perhaps this thing does have knowledge that my queen would appreciate.
Maybe if you eat the fox, you'll be double magic.
No double magic.
That's right.
It's all down to the bard vote. Thumbs up or thumbs down on hunting the fox. Yeah! Oh,
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay, you all take 1 point of dishonor
I know.
Oh,
for
yeah.
further delaying your journey to the Green Knight.
He knows we're coming.
What is it might have knowledge of defeating the Green Knight.
It might.
Yeah.
You may very well, or at least be able to gain somehow some kind of knowledge. And if worst comes to worst, Markran, just try to reboot your computer. We'll just get you back in. Okay, so you're gonna go hunting for the fox, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you said we can kind of see where it's going, right? Like
Well,
we saw-
you can see in the brush. Can everyone? Or wait, does anyone have proficiency in vigilance?
We are friends with a hunter.
You are.
Well-
He didn't take vigilance. Onfiend did take vigilance, though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Wait,
and
what? Oh, I did. Yeah.
yeah, but I think maybe between you and your raven, you can try to work as a team. Spot it. So
Yeah.
give me a vigilance roll here.
Okay.
I'm snoozing in the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, I send Bobira ahead.
Okay.
So I like whisper to her, silent in the treetops.
You need to make 3 successful checks in a row to find the fox this way.
Okay, so does that count as 1 or 3 more?
So you need 3 total. Sorry.
Okay, so 2 more. I don't know if that one was successful or not.
It needs to be equal to or greater than your current dishonor, which is 3. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just rolled a 4, so that's
fine.
an 8. 13, 14.
So that was 3. You got it? Cool.
Yeah.
As you walk into the woods, you see the fox slowly emerge from the brush, as though it was never hiding at all. It stands there, looking at you. Then, to your surprise, it speaks in a calm, stern voice. I have seen you traveling for miles, for days. Now here, we face one another. I know that man looks to put me in a cage. You must not let him. As sure as these trees continue to grow, I must roam free. If you do want to catch the fox, right now is your chance.
I think that's a pretty compelling argument from the fox that speaks with the voice of a man.
Which confirms that's no normal fox, at least.
Yeah, I ask if I ask if he would be amenable to helping us on our journey. If you have seen our past, then surely you know where we are headed, and perhaps have some idea of our future.
I have seen your past. I know where you are headed, but I cannot see beyond the Green Chapel.
Do you know this Green Knight? I don't know if all you magic guys just kind of hang out together. Or...
Wow. No, we don't.
They're like a bar you all go to.
Nick, just try restarting your computer. Nick. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. No, I mean, I guess, fair question. How often do you see a talking fox? But, no, I don't know the Green Knight. I know he is not all that he seems, but I don't know him.
All right, I'm going to defer fully to the most magical member of the party, because I'm too intoxicated to deal with this talking fox. This is over my head.
I look at the fox and I say, so you do not know of any of what magic the Green Knight uses? You do not know the nature of this?
The nature of his magic? The nature of all magic. I have kind of a Unitarian philosophy on magic, I'm afraid.
Huh. Alright, well. Is there a way that you can help us? Because otherwise we're going to catch you.
I'm just telling you, if you catch me and you give me to that man... it will bring a terrible fate upon this entire wood.
At this I say, we may all be dead in a week, and I would hate for my last act to be creating a terrible curse.
Then just don't kill me. Oh, don't hand me to that man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I give the fox a thumbs up. I'm like, you're all right, pal.
I don't know, my shoulders kind of hunch and I relax and I'm like, as one who worships Vera, Queen of Winter and Queen of the Wilderness, there's no way that I would actually capture you. I was just hoping that
I thank you.
We could learn something from you and your magic, but yes, we don't want anything to happen to us.
If, for some reason, you believe my magic is the only way to defeat the Green Knight, if you show me your heart is true, then I would allow you to take my power.
How do we show you that our hearts are true?
There he is.
He's back!
Turn your camera back on there, Nick.
He's back and he's asking the real questions.
Right.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, you're good.
You good?
You to make sure that I don't end up in the hands of that foxcatcher. And then I will bare my neck. If you so need this power, I will do so.
Can you remind us of what that power is?
I see many futures and many ends. Too many tales to tell.
Well, I do like telling tales.
I already
Barabbas
have this
considers. That's true. She can already do that. I consider, but then say, if you cannot see beyond the Green Chapel, then What use would your power be to us? Don't worry. I'll make sure the hunter doesn't come for you.
I thank you, Carabbas. You will get home again before it's all over.
Yes, I got a feature. Yes.
Well,
Carabbas is
Between here
drunk
and the
enough
Green
to
Chapel.
let himself express a little bit of excitement and then be like, I'll never go back there. I hate them and they hate me.
Cool.
Drama.
Oh. But yeah, I'm gonna start making my way back towards the hunter, I guess.
Okay.
Did the hunter wait at the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't have to go very far into the bush. He's actually watching you stand around what he thinks is a fox, although you're too far away for him to hear what's going on.
Is he just standing over there like, catch it? What the hell are you doing? Catch it.
Get it!
Guys, come on, I'm hungry.
Just catch the fucking thing.
I will send my crow ahead, or my raven. And
Okay.
I'm saying this to the fox. And pretend that we are tracking you another way. And send him on the other side.
Okay.
Peace be with you. I turn away.
And also with you.
Cool.
It's a Catholic fox.
Alright. Am I back to the hunter?
Are you guys all going back to the hunter?
Yeah.
I was heading back that way.
That's where the cart's at, isn't it?
That is where the cart's at.
So yeah, I'm gonna whisper to my raven and be like, go act like you're tracking something, and the others are fun. And
Okay.
fly ahead of us. I don't know.
And what sound does it make?
Good.
Ah, there we go. Well, you're back at Adam. He's watching your raven fly over. Has it found the fox? What are you all standing around doing? Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, so
Last
hungry.
time you ate.
Well, I ran out of food about a week ago.
You haven't had food in a week?
No money, no friends, no food. That's me, Adam. Crazy Adam. But I know that fox is magic. I know it's magic. I'm not crazy.
It's your theme song.
I ask Adam,
Yes?
why are you so certain that this is the fox from the stories?
I've heard it whispering in my cabin at night. I know I've heard it. They told me
I've
I was
heard-
crazy, that foxes don't talk, but I said, this fox talks. He has a deep, rich baritone, an accent that's not from around here.
What did the fox say?
Considered that
Did the
you-
fox
You've
say? He just kept whispering, dark futures that weren't my own. I feel like maybe the burden of the future is hard for the fox to bear. He just gotta confess it to someone. I've seen cows, tops of houses, great floods, huge, some strange machines flying in the sky, hitting 2 tall castles.
Oh my
The world
God.
was changed forever. I don't know what it means.
God, it's so good.
That sounds like stories out of the Hannity. Question though, I want to make sure I understand.
Fuck up. Hang on.
This fox came to you as a friend, and you decided to eat it. Like
I need its
he's
power.
unburdening his soul to you,
I need its
and your
power.
immediate thought is, "I should eat this." You forewent getting other food for yourself for a week.
There isn't any other food around, otherwise I would have gotten it.
Okay, but you could have also moved a decent distance within a week.
Oh, I can just
Realistically-
move? It's that easy? I can just pick it up on my bootstraps and move, right? Because it's free to move, right? Costs nothing to move. I'll just go to a town where I have no friends, no connections, and no money, and just move in. Yeah, that's
To be
super
fair,
easy.
The reason
Super
you don't have
easy.
friends might be because you try to eat your friends.
I don't try to eat my friends, I try to eat that fox and any other
A
animals I
fox
can
came to you as
catch.
a friend. He was trying to unburden
No, it
himself.
didn't. It whispered dark visions of a future to me.
Because it was
I'm
too
gonna
much
walk
for that
back.
small animal to hit.
I
to
can
bear.
never get the image of those machines and those tall castles collapsing out of my head.
Would
I
you
will
say
never
that you'll
forget.
never forget?
I will never forget. It's not the actions of a friend to burden me with those because he felt he had to unload them onto me and make me seem crazy.
Let me get this straight.
Yes?
If you were to eat that fox,
Yes?
do you believe that you would be able to stop these visions from coming true?
Well, I mean, it was on my list of things to try.
Okay.
After that great dinner with the apps and the dessert course. And again, my choice of house wines, white or red.
I want to try to.
Breadsticks would never stop. Yes.
I want to attempt some trickery to convince him that the fox from the folklore is not real.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
This is gaslighting, so I'm going to call it dishonorable trickery.
That's true. That's valid. That's valid.
So you do take a point of dishonor just automatically.
Yeah. I'm going to tell him, my friend, you've gone a week without food.
Yes.
You have no one around to speak
Correct.
to. You're left alone with your own dark thoughts as the hunger
And the
grows
fox's
more and
dark
more
thoughts.
severe. These voices that you hear, they're not coming from a fox. These are just voices. The voices of a man half starved and left alone for too long. Believe me, I heard the same stories that you did growing up. But the fox isn't real. And even if it were, it would be long, long gone. It's from a bygone era, the time of the giants.
Make your roll.
Then, all right.
Has to be lower than your current dishonor.
Wait, lower?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled a 20. That's so unfortunate.
You are you are unable to trick this man out of his unshakable belief that the
I would
fox
like
is.
to persuade him to pursue more sustainable ways of feeding himself.
Have you considered fishing, sir?
I'll listen to nothing you all have to say. You try to make me think I'm crazy. You're just like the people in town. You're just like them. I'm not crazy. I've seen what happens. I've seen what happens when foreign policy is meddling for too long. I know the outcome, the dark outcome of what happens when you fund a group of knights in order to fight an enemy, and then the knights turn on you.
But
It's
hear
not
me
that
out.
you
What if-
deserved it, but it's that it was kind of, you set yourself up for it in a way.
What if you're not crazy? What if
That's what I'm
you're-
saying. So I'm trying to tell this guy I'm not crazy.
What if you were better served by keeping yourself alive, by not starving yourself to eat a fox, and instead moving into a lifestyle where you eat regularly so you can record these things?
Move how? My man?
I'm gonna give him 5 silver. I'm gonna give him 5 silver and
Whoa,
pat him on the back.
whoa. This is enough coins to eat for a year.
Wait, that's enough coins to eat for a year?
Incredible,
And knowing
sir.
is half the
As-
battle.
Holy shit.
As a former noble, I have no concept of like
Yeah.
the value of a dollar. So
It's a
I'm
loaf
like,
of bread. What can it cost? 20 silver?
Go see a Star War.
Yeah. I have
give
seen
him-
the Star War.
I put 5 silver into his hand and I look him in the eyes and I say, "Leave the fox alone."
I will, sir. I will. But I'm not crazy, but I will. But I'm not crazy. I just want to be clear. Not crazy. You should believe me. But all right. I'll go.
Yes. The towers had steel that could not melt as well. Yes.
The fox kept repeating that phrase. I didn't know what it meant, but the fox kept saying it.
Well, we've
Oh,
got to know.
I hate all of this.
He kept saying Jaffuel couldn't melt steel beams. Who's Jaffuel? Why is he trying to melt steel? I couldn't understand.
Different. But enjoy your year's worth of food.
If the Star War does come, it's pretty good half the time.
Only half the time.
Okay, go.
Thank you. I will
Kinda far
enjoy.
away from town, right?
Yes, you're very far away from Horiton, but you're like halfway to the next town.
Okay, well, but I'm gonna give him my, or at least part of my provision of food, and be like, you need to take a nap. You need to-
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I will take a nap. Free of the whispers of that horrid fox. But not free of my memories of that awful day.
All right.
he then bounds off in the woods toward you assume his cabin, like jumping and doing little bell jumps with his heels. Hoo yee! Old Adam's gonna eat forever and nap forever, and well, a shorter time. Ha ha! Hee hee! Hoo! Napping, not crazy.
There goes the happiest man I've ever seen. I wipe a single tear out of my eye.
Well,
So no crossbow.
well,
So
so
no crossbow.
no crossbow, and
Okay.
you're gonna leave the fox be? Just checking.
Yeah.
Great.
That-
Oh, wait. The music is changing. You guys can't hear it, but I came up with a cool animation. Oh, a shiver crawls across your spine, as if the very gates of hell are shaking open. The weight of your sins falling on your shoulders can only mean one thing. It's time for judgment.
Oh shit!
Now we will gauge how your behavior in this encounter impacted your honor or dishonor. Here.
Question.
Yes.
In universe, what force is judging us? Because only God can judge me.
Yes, God is judging you.
And only my grandfather can judge me.
Yeah. Well, your grandfather's in heaven whispering stuff to God like, I never believed in that boy.
Oh, jeez. Man.
Which is why God's like, he's up. So here are some actions that could have garnered you huge amounts of dishonor. Giving the fox over to Adam would have been 3 points of dishonor apiece.
Wow.
Wait,
Robbing,
what?
huh?
Can you say that? I missed that. What
Sorry.
did you say?
So if you had given the fox to Adam, it would have been 3 points of dishonor apiece.
Well, that seemed pretty clear, yeah.
If you had robbed Adam, you would have got 2 dishonor. I see here the game designer seems to have played a lot of D&D and a lot of like murder hobo parties, because a lot of these points are about like doing really fucked up stuff to these people.
If you flayed Adam,
yeah, if you flayed Adam, -1 dishonor. Interesting thinking. If you had basically left Adam with nothing and like left him still mad about the fox, you would have gotten like a bunch of successive points of dishonor for being alone, starving, and angry. Those are all 1 point apiece. If you had demanded a reward of the fox, that would have been a point of dishonor, because you'd have been acting out of greed and self-interest. Mm-hmm. If you tried to kill or killed the fox, even though it was willing, that would have been dishonorable, again out of selfishness and greed. And the power, you would have gotten a cool Highlander type quickening scene where energy's like lightning out of the fox and into you as you gain the power of eldritch visions, which allow you to basically reroll an action 3 times throughout the course of the game.
Whoa.
But you didn't do any of those. You guys didn't rack up any dishonor this time.
Good for us.
In fact, because you convinced Adam that he should go to do something else and get some rest, which is actually in here. He should get some rest.
Amazing.
You lose a point of dishonor.
Yeah.
Huzzah! And that's not all, but I gotta do these one at a time. Slightly cumbersome. Just typing a text box. Give me a second. 2. Markran, who was our dishonor leader with Carabas, they're both down to 4. Bernegard and Onfiend down to 2. But because you agreed to help the fox and let it free, you lose 3 points of dishonor.
Oh!
Nice.
Magic
I'm
fox.
enlightened. I'm a god.
You're at 0. And Rabbit Man asked earlier if you guys get anything like a powers or an upgrade for getting back to 0. The answer, of course, is no. Honor is its own reward.
True.
I'm going back to being dishonorable.
So
Again.
Bernegard and Onfiend are now at 0 dishonor, unbesmirched reputations. Carabas and Markran, a mere 1 dishonor apiece, which leaves you plenty of flex room to be dishonorable next week.
I'm gonna just kill a kid.
I mean,
Skip a few
none of
levels.
that's worth 20. Technically, that's just 1 dishonorable action.
Killed 20 kids.
Blood.
Childhood wasn't invented until the 50s. It's okay.
I mean,
Killed
like,
19 kids, it'd be fine.
rules as written, yes.
Kill
I
all
feel like
of
it's
the
against the
younglings.
spirit of it, but technically, you could Anakin a few kids before you're getting in real trouble.
Just one. I just want a
Just one, yeah.
taste.
Well, eating it would be a separate.
No, I mean
Dishonorable
a taste of murder. A taste of murder.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you get the hunger. You
Oh,
can't stop it, just one.
You get the child's powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Malnourishment?
That's
Also, as we're like making our way,
Yes, this is a
from
little
this scene,
epilogue.
uh,
here, yeah.
Carabas takes another sip of his wine and just looks around and says, "You guys remember that fox? That was wild." And then just stares ahead.
I say what fox?
Carabas back on the opium before the thing is over.
Yeah.
We were 3 leagues out of town when the opium kicked in.
This is Fox Country. Yeah, so, I mean, do you guys just want to journey on to the next town?
Yeah.
Sure.
You've got
Great.
a date to make.
And I would say, so now you've had a second week of adventure. Do you want to revisit the name of the group, or do you still want to be the Bernegard Bros?
No, I think we need to revisit. I don't want my name attached to this thing
What are
at
you
all.
talking about?
Weekend at Bernegard's. Weekend at
We
Bernegard.
did Bernegards.
Yeah, I'm okay with the name.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I would hate
That was-
it, but now we're 2 weeks in, and I'm all right with it.
Well, so
It feels
It's either
good.
that or Icarabas, but
I Carabas.
I do like
I
Icarabas.
sound like that.
Icarabas.
Yeah, and then he can write a memoir called I Carabas. That's his the tale of my journey to the Green Chapel.
And if anything, I am the Bart Simpson of the group.
I think that's true. You are kind of the lovable scamp who ends up being redeemed at the
true.
end
That's right.
before moving on to next week's Japes and Pranks.
Yes.
Classic.
I forgot that we were calling the comedians Japers until just now.
Japers.
Darn it. But I don't think we'll be seeing many more comedians. Things do get darker from here. Next week's
Thank
Oh.
God.
Next week's story is some pretty cool dark fantasy that I think we're all going to really enjoy. But I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up. Great job, everyone. I know last time we were a little bummed out about getting so much honor, but I think you've got a good sense of how things operate now. Do you want to go around, do any plugs again? But before we wrap up for the night, and I'm going to send my audience over to our friends at the San Antonio Learning Annex. A very cool,
Nice.
extremely weird show happening right now. But before we do that, Elijah, plugs.
Yeah, please check out my podcast. It's hosted by my wife and I. It's called Kicking and Screaming, featuring me and Vanessa Guerrero. It's a genre film podcast where we create double features of martial arts and horror films. So if you like one of those genres or have been curious about either of them, good accessible entry point. And if you like one of them, you're probably going to like the other genre. So check it out.
Thank you,
Oh,
Elijah.
it's called Kicking and Screaming. It's at Kick Scream Pod on all forms of social media.
I put the
That's
Insta
important.
there in the chat.
Oh, thank you, friend.
You're welcome, friend. Nick?
I've got. I am the co-host of A Feat of Lunatic Daring, which is a sort of a biography podcast based on Jim Henson and the Muppets. We are currently making our way through the Muppet Show season 2. I also have a board game coming to Kickstarter later this year, and you can find out about that. Oh, sorry.
I said
Oh, yeah, sorry.
five paths.
The game is called Five Path.
That's the
It's a
official way to say it,
tactical-
right? 5 paths.
Yeah, if you don't stress the syllables right, you're gonna get us sued. It's a 80s retro future roll, move, and capture. It's just like a quick, dirty tactical game. But you can find out about that at loamlight.com. And for A Feat of Lunatic Daring, it's just lunaticdaring.com. You can find our podcast anywhere you can hear podcasts.
Amazing. Heidi?
You can follow me on Instagram, Heidi_Van_, and there's a link to our website I just made with Taxidermy and Art. So go look
Amazing.
at all that stuff.
Very cool. And Hunter, I saw that you updated your Twitch name. Is that you're going to start streaming more?
Yeah, I'm gonna start playing some more Magic the Gathering. Yeah,
Cool.
so I'm going by Magic the Gathering Johnson now.
Totally, man.
That's
I don't
good.
trust in Hannah Banks.
Gonna be playing a lot more Magic, and also I think I'm gonna be opening some basketball cards on the
Hell
stream
yeah.
too. I got a really cool Kobe today that I'd like to show. Look at this Kobe. Look at that.
Whoa,
See,
slam.
It's like the magazine cover that he was on.
Oh.
I'm just gonna be making millions of dollars opening up these dumb cards, and Yeah, you get excited for that.
That's actually the show that I'm gonna rate. They are opening cards, but in character, so much less profitable.
Well,
As I've learned, doing stuff in character, that's not the moneymaker. Not on Twitch. But I want to thank all my friends here for joining with us. We got 2 more weeks of this. It's been really fun. I'm looking forward to the last 2. We got shows here, of course, 3 nights a week now on the channel. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. This Friday, we've got Bell Cash Stars back, doing more screaming financial advice. And I thought I should balance it out. So I've got a poet coming on to read some of her poetry. That should be really cool. Really dipping back into the variety side of things. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell your friends. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Enjoy the card show.
Bye.
I am gonna kill a kid.
I believe it, and I'm gonna make sure that I add a child.
Just like it's like begging for somebody to kill him.